Hey, today we are continuing on with our playthrough of Oxygen Not Included, as we try and survive as long as we can, and thrive as well at this point. Alright, so thank you to those that commented that the issue with this guy is that regrowth had just collapsed there, so we can just get rid of that. Just it had collapsed, thought that I'd left like a surface of rock that meant that it couldn't fall down. Not sure where that came from, but all good. It could be incorrectly assuming how that's going to operate anyway. But we'll get rid of that one, and then they can continue on with our steel delivery. You can watch it now. Great. Thank you. Okay. Number 2. There was one suggestion for housing locations, which I did quite like. The suggestion was that we could get rid of this pool of water, that it now serves absolutely no purpose. And instead, what we could do is make this pipe just run across here and into that. That's great. The only problem is that it means that have that working, I'm gonna have to what am I gonna have to do? I have to wait for this to fully drain, which is going to take as long as this guy takes to pump 50% of the water that's going out this way. I wonder if there's a way that I could make it so that this water takes more priority than this, because we don't really need to be sending 50% water down. We could send more than that, and that this is basically the excess. I suppose what we could do is some sort of automation where this is looking, say this pipe here is looking for this pipe to have anything in it. If this pipe has nothing in it, then open. Which sensor would we want for that? What's the sensor I'm using up here? With thermopipe sensor. Oh, just got an achievement. We had something successfully bounce off this guy, even though he's closed. Sorry, even though he's open. Nice one, he's done his job. That's why we've got no focus. Let's get a focus going, because we obviously do have to keep pushing up with this one. We have a long way to go. What's broken there? The tile? No, the pipe. Why did the pipe break? There's also a lot of natural gas up in here. Okay, so what we're going to do... Someone did suggest a little while ago that what I could possibly do with this room is actually set up one of my water gates, and I think that that's possibly what we're going to have to do with this guy, because then it does mean that people can still get in there to sort of help out. And obviously with that pipe broken, this guy's not going to be doing anything. So let's make this a nice little priority. Let's think about where we want to put this gate. So it's going to be on this side. We'll go these two tiles. Let's get rid of, deconstruct him, deconstruct the two of these, and we'll deconstruct that. We'll then put, am I going too low there? You might need to go higher. 2 in, 3 down. So it's going to go 2, 1, 2, down 3, and then up. Means that this guy's going to be in the way regardless. Unless I sort of come further up. Annoying if I have to move him. Let's just do some tile placements to work this out. So, okay, so we've got these two here. You would go through those two, into these two, down this ladder. So we could go 1, 2. We'd have to go one more down. Then go up 2. And build across there. So I'm going to have to shift this guy down 1. Annoying as well that I can't. Cancel rather. Alright, so go back. This, go copy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's the design. So that one's got to go there. Like that. So that's how you get in. That roof as well. So this guy we only have to move down 1. Now someone else did suggest that I should be putting this closer to this point anyway. So let's do some more deconstruction here. Let's go deconstruct, deconstruct, deconstruct. And we will since there is currently no steam in this room, let's auto that door, and we will disable this building for a moment. Did I tell them to... Which one am I getting them to delete? That one? I'm going to cancel deconstruct there, because it's old news. Deconstruct that guy. At least they're coming in here nice and quick. So let's copy that and put him there. Actually, I almost want to say cancel the deconstruct of him before I can copy the settings off him, just so I don't have to call what I was doing. Great, so then we go copy settings, him, great, deconstruct that guy. Oh, no one got in there to turn off that sensor yet. Actually, don't even have to worry about opening that, because although what we'll do is we'll deconstruct it at this point. So what we'll also do then, while we're here, is I don't think we need, just having a look in here, we don't need these guys anymore, because the sensor that they were sort of operating is now gone. That's no longer in use, so we can say deconstruct all of that cabling. This piping here we do want to use briefly. We'll get rid of that liquid vent. We can lower the priority on that. That's an old... Let's see what we're looking at there. So another thing that I want to do actually while I'm trying to work on this guy is still pushing water through. So let's change the venting here. Let's say deconstruct that and that. Deconstruct all of this. I'm not even sure what that... It's so long gone that I don't remember what that was for. Am I cancelling you to cancel whatever water I've just put in there? deconstruct that one. Deconstruct that vent. And then let's run this pipe across. Just run across there. Obviously, we can't get it finished until we get rid of plumbing so we can see it. Plumbing. Gone. I just want to... An urgent priority on him. So that I can finish that tubing. So basically it just means that this guy won't keep dropping water into here. Yep. Instead they'll just operate around it. Same time you can get rid of that extra tubing too. Try and do some recycling. Okay, so back to this guy. Okay. So our liquid... Well, firstly, let's get our automation. Why I need it to be connected to... Well, I mean, if he was sitting there, then assumingly it means this wire was going through. Okay. Do that and we'll deconstruct those two, just so it's sort of similar setup, so he's not sort of up out of it. And then next what we need to do is move that liquid filter. And it was intake was the top. So what we need to do is let's deconstruct that one. Those guys. Let's clear out all of that as well. As well, let's copy the two of those. Let's also ask for all this debris to be moved. Go back to our plumbing and our liquid filter. We'll turn him... that's the intake, yep, so that's right. So we'll put him there. And then we will ask to copy this, and we go... So his output is putting into there. Anything that he wants to filter out is going that way. And this is his input. Yep. Okay, good. That conductive wire isn't needed anymore because that was just his power. Actually, it doesn't go that high anymore. Two degrees. Contents of 10 kilos at 2 degrees. Someone did comment that there was a risk that I could start freezing the pipes if I didn't move this across. No power. Right, so why have I blocked your power? It's just that I don't have power to this section at the moment. No, it's just him individually. Maybe I did a dramatic deconstruct on that square. And we can also deconstruct that one. Alright, so next up, let's build a manual lock. Where do we want it? Let's put it there for now. Of course, we've got to put more ladder in here too. Though we can, these guys the luxury of a... Oh, no, they don't. Sorry, we don't need the luxury of a thing loader because no one should be going in here at any frequency. Next, what we're going to do is we are going to take... ventilation. Put a gas pump in. We'll just put him there. We will make sure he's got power. Those cables I just got rid of, I can now just... Oh, overshot. Reapply to him. And then we want to give him some ventilation. Doesn't have to go very far, we can just sort of put it out over here. And we want an high pressure vent as well, just so that he can push everything out. Filter is polluted water. Then what we need is a liquid vent. Guess maybe we can put it up here, I suppose. And connect him there. Because this pipe can be gone once this is done. Up, we'll go liquid bridge. There. And cross. I can already say to deconstruct those two. Okay. High pressure damage. It's an interesting problem we've got. So is that just that the pressure of the oxygen and everything is starting to crumble this wall? I suppose the only problem with the air in there is it's so hot. The air out here is not much better anyway, so maybe let's auto that. That's already set to auto. What if we just ask someone to go in and just dig out some of this coal? Well, I guess obviously no, not those ones. And we'll also put a ladder on that side. Okay, how are we looking now? Because this pipe's now full, and you can see that this is full, which is okay again. Like, it doesn't matter if we're not using more out of here than we have. Means that this will go down slower. So what we want to do is, is that connected to anything? No, not anymore. I don't think, is this automation connected to anything anymore? It is. So this guy only operates if this is empty, which doesn't actually need to be the case. This guy can keep going now forever. So yeah, they can get into there. Alright, so let's deconstruct all of this automation. We can also deconstruct all of this automation. That hasn't been in use for a while either. Okay, so the automation that we want to set up is here. Now, is it automation in here? Liquid pipe element sensor. Yes, that's exactly what we want. So if we put this there, we then want to put... is it this thing that I need to do? Yeah. We need to put a liquid shutoff in here, but I won't do that till this is built, because we don't want to have, like, that's probably the last thing we want, because we don't want to cut liquid from moving into the very important oxygen, especially when I'm sort of bouncing between different things. Alright, and since I've got actual liquid pumping in here, I probably should be paying attention to do this. Alright, let's put some urgent priority on these conductive wires. This crude oil I might actually have to end up using for something, I suppose. It just seems to be so constant. And how's our spaceship looking? Looking good. No analysis focus selected, so let's get another one in. I do wish that would give me... there was some way that I could have more awareness of that. Alright, so I assume next up is our command module. This is complaining about gas too, so we probably don't have to worry about it too much yet, because there's still a long time till we actually need to use this guy. They need steam. Okay. Great. Just the bummer is that this guy... Alright, so make that guy priority too. I was going to say, it's a bummer that I've put that there, because... my expectation was, the reason I put that there was because I thought that he was going to get going sooner than this would fill. Now this is filled. I was going to say, oh man, now I'm going to have, like, air on that side. It's like, you're always going to have air on that side. Let's speed things up, because we just want to keep an eye on this water as it fills. I mean, it pretty much is fine to go now, but for some reason I'm always a bit more of a stickler to make sure, because I'm never going to put water in here again. I may as well feel like the amount of water. I think about things like, well, what if someone walked through it and entrenched little bits of water out. This guy's going pretty high on this side. I assume moving this is going to make the pressure shift out and stabilize it? No? Okay. Pause it. Let's say deconstruct, and let's that on priority because we don't want any more water in there. As always, stinky stinky. That now means that we can have water drop all of these piping. So, but that's okay. It'll just go in this guy's room and we lost like sort of sound to the majority of stuff here. What's going on? Like I can just hear this pump and nothing else. Cool, that's sort of stabled itself out now there. What we'll then do is go and look at our plumbing. And we will say deconstruct 1, 2. There we are. Oh, it was the emergency that I guess was, for some reason it thought it was still going on. Get rid of all of those pieces. deconstruct that guy. Will then ask to move the debris out of this room. Okay, now we'll just wait till this guy runs out of gases that he can pump out. Okay, so the potential load of the wires is part of the problem here. That should get a little bit less because of that guy. Deconstruct him as well. We need to get a move on here because you can see this is getting even lower. Okay. So we've got this guy. So what we want to do is say... when there is water in this pipe, we want to shut off this pipe. Trying to make sure that's facing the right way. Green means output, white means input, so we want to turn it around. Is that right? Is the cable on that side up here? No, the cable's on that side. Right, because it's going north. Yeah, okay. So that shutoff will be there. And it is saying that... Okay, so we've got liquid shutoff in there. Well, firstly, let's get it some power. And... just got to think about the negatives of this too. Excuse me. So, just trying to think of what I want to say. It's that if there is liquid in the pipe, then shut off. It's not a negative, right? It's just straight. What if we just say automation? Let's find out if this is right or not soon enough. You know, why are you sleeping there? Just get exhausted after a... See how much iron I've regained as well, courtesy of getting rid of all of that that automation wire, so it's definitely a good thing. I'm just waiting. Oh, they can't get to it. This is a funny little step up that's got. Okay, so what's this doing right now? It's sending a green signal because it's saying there is stuff in the pipe, right? So what we want to do is we want to send it a red signal. So we do want to do one of these guys. And he needs to face little end towards the shut-off guy. So let's deconstruct that and that. Let's see, Camille's made it back to her bed. Copy this. So we're going to have to wait patiently while anyone comes back because they're all sleeping. How's our newest pipe going? I think absolutely let's just take some copper. I think we'll worry about whatever anyone else can do. I feel so short on copper that we may as well just claim it. Here's our new guy. Athletics 5, so still a bit to go there. Great, okay, so cool, I'm still focused on it, so we can copy here, we can go flip it around like that. And then we can say automation 1, 2. So now what's happening is that this guy is sending a no signal to him. So he's disabled by the automation grid, which means we're not pulling water from our cold water resources, and instead we are pulling it out of these guys. And it's a current split, 50-50, that we're pushing some out of here, and so that this pipe can sort of continue to move up. You can see that guy's jam-packed, so the good thing is that once this guy's empty, then this will always allow him to have the priority if he is pushing water through. So I think that, and I'm going to say that the 10 minutes that possibly it takes for this to turn back on, hopefully, possibly that won't empty in 10 minutes. I don't know how slow that goes. It does feel pretty slow of a move, but at least we're not going to be burning through as much of this water. Speaking of that, I really should get back onto allowing this to operate again. So let's deconstruct this guy with absolute urgency. What is... Alright, that vent's going to come from the steam. That's all good. We can then say this... No, not enable disinfect. We can enable the building. And then we can also get rid of some of that power that was up here. So get rid of that. And we can go... gas pipes... Alright, let's jump over to ventilation. Gas pipes, let's get rid of that. That's under deconstruct him as well. And let's put that as a extremely urgent priority to get someone to turn that on. Everyone's here for the big event. Okay. So in that time, our water got down to 57 degrees. The aqua tuna got down to... Pipe is blocked. Okay, so what have I done wrong with my plumbing? This... What pipe? You can't push anything through. Done wrong. I got him facing the wrong way. Building takes this in. Building takes that out. You're not pushing. Why is he not pushing through that? Does that need power? No? What am I missing? Go pumps water into here. White is the intake. Building intake, building output. Alright, let me go just look at another liquid intake output tube. Have any? I'm trying to think of where I've got one. Make sure that I don't have that around the wrong way. I don't think I do. No, don't know where another one would be. Pushing into this. He takes that, he sees that there's nothing there, so he pushes this way. Pushes out, takes in, pushes out. And I mean, I can see, I can just look at this guy to go, yep, that's intake, that's output. Intake, output. Filter out polluted water, that's correct. I don't get it. I don't get what I'm missing. He's got power, he's got power, he's got power. Alright, well, I would say that that's probably a good point to leave this. I'll come back and revisit it next time. Excuse me. Please let me know, what am I missing with this setup? Why is that not operating? Is it just something about... I don't even think it's something about the Tina section of this, that this guy's not going to like send stuff that way, or that guy's sending back down this way. Just can't see it. Alright, yeah, let me know what I'm doing wrong. But we got through, I guess, the majority of our rebuilds, and yep, this will be our next bedroom location. Hopefully we can fit 2. I think I did still need 2 more bedrooms. From memory, there's one there that's waiting, and then there was one up here. Yeah, so we need 2 more bedrooms. So this just needs to be the side of 2 once we get all the water out of there. I feel like there's some weird little sections we can clean up in this and just maybe redesign the way it looks. Alright, any questions or comments, feel free to check them below. Please let me know what I'm doing wrong here, because I am blind to it. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.